Hey, this is Nick from Coastline Leather Goods. Thank you for joining me for another leather review. Today we are going to be talking about Gaucho Oil. Gaucho Oil is an Italian full-grain veg tan leather. It comes from the La Bretagne tannery. It is a premium leather and quite a gorgeous one at that. Okay, let's talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like about this leather? It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is shiny, smooth, just reeks of luxury. It's a beautiful leather. Great smell to it once you take it out of the box. It's one of those leathers that really, the aroma of leather, of course, we all know is delightful, but some are kind of more than others. This is one of the ones where you take it out and you're kind of hit with that wonderful smell. And you kind of know that you're working with a really, really high quality leather. Another thing I like about it is that the edges burnish really well. So for such a shiny leather, you want to make sure that when you're finished working on a piece, you can get those edges as glossy smooth as the rest of the piece. And I was pleasantly surprised when I made a couple wallets with this leather that you really can burnish it to that high gloss finish. Another thing I like is that this leather is pretty easy to skive. Some leathers are harder than others when it comes to skiving down something like a tea pocket. Some can be really tricky, specifically when you're using a skiving knife. That's the way that I do it. So that's kind of how I judge my skiving or leather's skivability. It's not really a word, but no problem skiving this leather. Was pleasantly surprised. The last thing I like about it is that the finished pieces that you make with this leather just look luxury. They look stunning. A standard good-looking leather and a Gaucho Oil leather, you put those pieces side by side, the Gaucho is going to stand out 9 times out of 10. It has that look. It has that I don't know what it is about humans. We like shiny things. So any leather wallet that you make with Gaucho Oil, it's going to be shiny and pretty and people are drawn to it. Okay, dislikes. There's one major dislike that I have to mention right up front. This leather scratches very, very easily. More so than I think other leathers. Just working with a piece, my fingernail did just sort of graze it a few times, and it doesn't leave a subtle scratch. It leaves, when you have such a uniform finish on a piece of leather, one little scratch or one little scuff is really going to stand out. That happened to me a couple times, and I did find it very frustrating. I understand that over time, when somebody has a wallet or any leather piece made from this, it's gonna gain a bunch of scuffs, and after a while, that's kind of what makes it cool. It's totally scuffed up and weathered and really becomes a unique piece for whoever the owner is. I totally get that, but when it's brand new and you're about to put it on the shelf for the first time, having one scuff can be a little bit frustrating. And I do sit there with the horsehair brush and really try to buff and buff and buff to get that scratch out, but it's just challenging how easily it will pick up that first scratch. I have to have a little bit of an extra care when working with this leather to make sure that I don't scratch a piece before it's even on the shelf. The other thing that I don't really like about it is some leathers I work with, you don't have to scuff them up before you apply glue. Pueblo is a good example. Pueblo is kind of pre-scuffed, so you can just put the glue on there and not even have to worry about it. This leather, you have to use a leather scuffer or an X-Acto knife, something to scuff that leather to give the glue something to grab onto. It's not a big deal. It only takes a minute, but when you're making a bunch of wallets and taking a bunch of time, every little extra action that you have to do adds up. So I really like not having to scuff if I don't have to. This is a leather where I just have to. You just have to. Is it a huge deal? Not really. Just something to be mindful of. And the last thing I don't like about it, of course, is it's a premium leather. It comes with a premium price. So this is a pay-to-play situation. It's not cheap. That being said, I think it's worth every penny. The pieces that you're going to make with this kind of leather are just going to sparkle. Overall, I give this 8.5 out of 10. If it didn't scuff so easy, I would give this a 9.5 out of 10, but it does, so 8.5. Honestly, if somebody were to take this leather and tell me it was shell cordovan, I would almost believe them. Like, it has that look to it. It's just gorgeous. Thank you for stopping by. Please like and subscribe. There will be more leather reviews in the future, and thanks again for watching.